Good morning, YouTube. It's been many months since I have tested a new pair of Bluetooth earbuds. Here today I have another AirPods copy. They keep coming out with newer and newer versions of these fast and furiously. The last one I tried, I wasn't happy with the battery life, but other than that, it was pretty good. Let's see if this is improved. So pretty typical box that it comes with, not much info on any of the specs. Okay, wow, nice size, no surprise in how it's packaged here. Plastic doesn't come off as seamlessly as it does with an Apple product. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. Let's open it. Okay, let's see how, hey, there's something written on the inside. Let's see how these look. So these look pretty much identical to real AirPods. They even have that opening there. Even this feels pretty good, the hinge. Not as solid, of course, as real AirPods, but not bad at all. Okay, let's see what happens when I break an iPhone here. See that? Not your AirPods. AirPods not connected to this phone. Hold a button. Okay. How long do I need to hold the button for? Oh. Well, that's cool to get another lightning cable in the box. See, these don't rip off nice and neatly like how the Apple ones do. Okay, and here is a manual. Are there any specs in here? They sure are. So TWS version 5. I have now been using these AirPod clones for more than a month, and I'm very pleased to say there have been some significant improvements between these AirPod clones and the clones I tested nearly a year ago. The clones I tested in January were definitely a weaker version of AirPods, but obviously they cost a lot less. These have caught up. They've fully caught up to the AirPods. My main issue with the ones in January was the battery life. I was only getting 90 minutes of battery life, which means if you work out for longer than 90 minutes or your commute is longer than 90 minutes, anything more than an hour and a half, that was a deal breaker. These, on the other hand, the battery life is excellent. That was the main thing for me. I'm all the time getting well over 3 hours with these before I have to put them back in the case. Now let's talk about the basics. The connection. The connection has been rock solid. I haven't had any issues with the connection. Even the range is really good. In an open room, easily I can get over 40 feet, like in a big gym, for example. So that compares very well with AirPods 2, which have a 45-foot range. In my house, I can have the phone upstairs, and the connection is still very strong 2 floors below in the basement. I was kind of surprised about that, but very good range and rock solid connection. Very happy about that. Sound quality has also been upgraded. I'm completely unable to notice any difference in sound quality between this and AirPods 2. There are other earbuds that have better sound quality than this, but most of you will be very pleased with the sound quality. Mids and highs are very clear. There's no distortion as you turn up the volume. Bass is lacking, as is usually the case with earbuds. As far as comfort and staying in your ear, no issues there. They're, again, identical to the AirPods. They work very well for my ear. They stay in. I've been able to run fairly fast on a treadmill, those type of things, and it's no problems at all. Another significant improvement with these clones is now they have in-ear sensors, which also work very well. Take them out, the music stops, put them back in, audio resumes. Even the touch controls work very well. It never accidentally activated, and most of the time, not 100% of the time, most of the time, double-clicking pauses, double-clicking the right ear pauses audio and resumes it. Double-clicking the left turns the assistant on. And I was also happy to see that you can triple-click to move to the next track, or triple-click the left ear and move to the previous track. Another huge upgrade from the previous clones I tested is these now mimic Apple's Bluetooth connection interface exactly. If you're using an iPhone, as soon as you open it, the UI pops up telling you that it recognizes these are close by, and you get full battery indication. It tells you the battery left on each individual earbud, as well as how much is left in the case. Unfortunately, and this for me was a big downside, when you use it with an Android phone, it doesn't give you any battery information at all. I wish they would improve that. Because it gives you the battery level of each earphone, I did notice though that they don't go down in battery life the same. In my case, the left one always seemed to wear down a little bit faster than the right one. That would obviously not happen like this with actual AirPods. In spite of the fact that with an Android phone it doesn't give any battery information, I still use this for a few weeks, nearly every day with a Pixel 4. And I didn't really mind it as much as I thought I would because the battery life is so good. I think I ran out only once. It charges fairly quickly. And I was also very surprised to see that this has wireless charging, just like with the AirPods 2 with wireless charging. So that was very, very convenient. How awesome. I didn't even know. There's no mention of wireless charging anywhere in the packaging. Overall, these AirPod clones have made me change my view from a year ago. A year ago, I said that the clones are not as good as the actual AirPods, but they're only $30 versus $200, so it's still worth getting. But now, for $30, you get the exact same experience, top to bottom, using this versus using the AirPods. You almost can't tell the difference. They've copied it perfectly. Even if you showed it to someone, they probably would not be able to tell. I wouldn't recommend it as much if you use an Android phone, if you care about seeing battery information like I do. If you don't, they work fine. All in all, very, very pleased with how these are. I've used them for a month. They're reliable. The quality seems good. I'd be expecting these things to easily last a year or two. And for the price, you really can't go wrong. These are exactly like using real AirPods. After using these guys, I see no point in spending $200 on real AirPods 2 when the overall experience is exactly the same. And lastly, it's maddening to lose a real AirPod earphone, given how expensive they are. But if you lose one of these, you'll be far less concerned. Okay, thank you for watching.